We had a heck of a match the first match. Sam Lantto took Phil Mann 238 to 206. What did you guys think of that match?
Oh, it was a great match. Phil was in the hole every shot or in the pocket, and he just got a couple of bad breaks, and Sam was throwing the ball nice, and he just deserved the win.
Carried a lot of the shots.
Yep.
All right, this match right now, Sam is up on 35. He's going against Dave Langer from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. First ball, just like last game, just continues on to hammer the pocket.
He's locked in. Now we're, as we were talking about up the boards and stuff, now as we go up towards the top, now we're getting a little more, Dave, he hits the ball a little harder than the other two here, Phil.
A lot more lift on the ball.
Right.
And you'll see that he's up on 36.
He's another smooth bowler. Standing to the left of the lane. He's chosen to stay to the left and swing the ball out.
All right. That's a good ball. That seems like it's going to work for him.
He definitely gets some hand in the ball.
Yes, he does.
Some revolution, but he's very smooth.
So right now we have two bowlers actually with two different styles.
Two different lines.
And that's what's so nice about bowling. If you pick up a style, everybody wants everybody to be a clone, and you don't have to be a clone. You can just go do your own game.
The nice part about these guys following the Phil Mann game is Phil Mann played the right side where Dave might be able to bank off that line this game.
Right.
You know, I'm sure he was watching Phil throw the ball, had an idea where these guys were at.
That's right.
You can hear his fingers come out of that ball. All right. And
he had the messenger went across in front of the 10 pin.
Messenger missed the 10. Okay, when he lifts out of that ball, you can just hear his fingers pop out of that ball.
Yeah. All right. He gets a lot of his speed. He generates a lot of his speed from his backswing. Watch his backswing and watch his follow through. Watch his hand. That's a good thing for you young bowlers. Watch how he comes up with his hand. His right thumb almost hits his ear. Watch this. See that?
I don't know if that's
he did that on his 10 pin, right.
Is that a poly ball, do you think, or is that a res ball? He just flattened it out.
Yeah, I don't know if
he could throw anything he wanted to at that 10 pin.
Right.
All right.
I like his pre-routine, like Jeff says.
Going to visualize your shot.
Blows on his hand.
Haven't had anybody miss the pocket.
No, they're hitting the pocket. You got to visualize your shot, get on the approach.
Look at that. He thinks what he's doing. He knows he's hitting the lane nice. Oh, that's a good ball.
Look at the concentration on that shot.
Oh, he light bucket.
Not a lot of lift on that ball. Not a lot of lift on that ball.
Tough spare. Very tough spare.
Most guys choose to throw a little bit of a hook into the spare. I watched a few guys yesterday take two off this with throwing straight balls. So
most people like to move a couple boards left to their strike position and go right into the spare, and that's what he chose to do.
And he fills it.
We have a tie game.
Just like throwing at the 1-3 pocket. We have a tie match.
Tie match. We got a barn burner frame too.
I know last year 36 kind of banked up on in the TV finals and a
little faster than 35.
Right. They were having a little trouble on it. Everybody was just striking like crazy last year on 35.
And I probably jinxed him. I just said that we hadn't had anybody miss the pocket.
Oh, that's a good shot.
All right, very good.
Very nice shot.
All right, another thing I noticed with Dave, where most bowlers put their fingers in the ball first. I think he puts his thumb in the ball first.
Some people choose to do that. It'll change the roll on your ball.
Definitely. You don't get as much on the fingers, but he has enough fingers in the ball that he gets a lot of revolution.
And then some people choose to...
He turns his thumb in, and then he puts his fingers in.
And then some people, again, they choose to tuck their pinky finger underneath, too. That gives you more lift.
Yep. And he's wearing a glove.
Another 10 pin. He's almost too solid in the pocket right now. He's probably going to have to make a move if he wants to carry that 10 pin.
He left a 10 pin. We have a 1-pin match.
He wears that glove on his right hand, which increases your revolutions.
Right.
He's got a little grip on the pinky, very similar to tucking your pinky.
Yeah, right. Now he'll just move left, and if you just watch now, he just flattens out his hand, flatten out his thumb and his fingers, and just shoot straight at it. Watch his hand, his arm goes straight at the pin. Now watch this. He goes right at it. See that? Right at the pin.
That ball does not turn
sideways.
That
was a great shot by the camera crew. They heard what we were talking about.
It's almost a backup ball.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that as long as the pin goes down. Some people say, oh, what are you doing? As long as you knock the pin down, that's all you got to do on those spares.
And a lot of times, if you are throwing a little bit of a hook at that 10 pin, you could hook right by it.
Now, Dave, he's been a little soft on 36, so I hope he don't hit it too hard here. If he hits it a little hard, he might leave a 4-9 or a 4-pin. So we'll see how he does.
All right, we got the messenger.
And he got the messenger
again
in front.
He's sending the pin across the deck. It's just not carrying.
I think he's going to have to make a move on the approach if he wants to carry the 10 pin.
He's
pretty much coming in too solid into the pocket right now.
3 10 pins in a row. What would you do, Larry, if you were leaving 10 pins? You move up or back a little bit, or you move
there's
left
all
and
different
right?
things. Sometimes I move back, sometimes I move up, and lots of people, loft can do it, or if you lay the ball down early. It depends upon what kind of 10 pins you're leaving.
Right.
And when they're solid like that, sometimes it's just the bad breaks you're getting. But
Right.
And another thing, I wouldn't be surprised if after another frame here, if Dave might not change equipment.
Change ball, something very similar.
I think he might a little more back end.
Yeah, what do you bring 2 balls to the rack today?
Right,
So he's
yeah.
got 2 balls. I'm sure he has more in the back.
Yeah. Sam's working on a strike, looking for a double in the 4th frame.
Already
Looks
got
good.
lift on that one. Still
See,
a
they're
little
having
weak.
trouble on
Still
that.
a little weak.
Lane 36. We might have what they call a thinking man's match here.
But, you know, we talked about earlier, spares are a big thing.
Oh, they are
know,
big.
If you don't spare, you're in trouble.
He's got the little bit of a shaker on the bucket there. He's got a little opening.
All right,
And he spared.
Covers the
Spare.
bucket.
So we have a 2-pin match. Sam is leading by 2 pins.
Do you think Sam will be making the adjustment on 35 as well, or do you
No,
think
I think
he's still hitting?
he's locked in, Rory, on 35.
So if
He's
he was going
locked-
to make a ball change, he'd probably just make it on
I don't
36
think
or just,
I don't think he'd change once.
just move his feet.
Right, I think should move his feet a little on 36. Boy, he's
Great.
lined in there.
Great shot on 35.
He hasn't missed 35 this game. I don't know if he missed it last game.
Yeah, I
or
don't
not.
know if he did either. He missed it one. He's missed 35 one time.
One time.
Yeah.
And that was for a 9 count, so we didn't miss it too bad.
No. Now, Dave, he's kind of scratching his head now. He's thinking about this shot here.
What he's going to make for an adjustment to start carrying that 10 pin.
He knows that
Not
9
sure if
and
he
spares
changed
aren't going to
balls or
win
not,
the
did he?
game. So.
I don't think he switched. He did switch
Did
balls?
he switch? Oh, okay. Stu just said that he did switch balls, and we figured that's what might happen. That's what I said. Yeah, he switched balls to a more aggressive ball.
Yep, more aggressive, something
And
he can
he
swing out
swings
a little
right.
further.
10, yeah.
That was definitely the right move.
Yeah, he got a lot better reaction. Now, I'm kind of curious if you're going to use that on 35 or not. It looks like he's going to, though. He's waiting for it.
You know, he's left that messenger, or left the,
Right.
you know, the 10 pin with the messenger coming across the deck twice on 35. He's hitting
Right.
the pocket. He's throwing the ball good, but he is going to use the ball change on that lane as well.
Right, yes, he is.
I think it's
I'd move a
rain.
little left on that lane, Jeff, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If he's using that
I think
ball.
he is. I think he is a
Yeah,
little farther
look-
left on
looks like it is.
35 than he is on 36.
Boy, he comes out of that
You-
crouch nice.
you-
Dave,
Oh,
he still
another
left
10.
the 10 pin.
Another 10. 35 is getting him on those 10 pins.
Well, Jeff, he made the right move there.
Yeah.
That's just one of the bad breaks of bowling.
All right, yeah, and he throwing his reactive ball at his 10 pins.
Yeah. That old 10 pin's a naughty pin for everybody.
All right, solid. All right, we still got a match here.
Still got a match.
This is a big double
Sam-
for Sam. If Sam
Sam's
doubles
working
here, he
on a
can
strike.
take control.
Definitely getting the driver's seat again, just like he did last game.
Yeah.
Just take advantage of those 10 pins.
He's been light on 36 twice now. We got to see if he's
I
going
think-
to make a move.
Doesn't look like he moved on
He
the approach.
moved maybe a board or two right at the most.
Lay that ball down a little earlier and it'll come up. He left it out a little. Boy, he
7
left
pin.
7 pin in the pocket.
You know, Larry, you're talking about laying the ball down a little earlier. We are using Abbey Road for our oil pattern today.
Right. I probably could go into that a little bit later on, but it's the Abbey Road. It's a challenge series. It's it's what they say. It's kind of between a sports condition and a house condition. And normally on a house condition, Sam spared. We have a 2-pin match. Normally on a house condition, like say North Hill Bowl for the regular house and the league bowlers, we run about 37 feet of oil. And on this on the CMA on this tournament here we're running, it's approximately 40 foot, the Abbey Road, and what it does is it concentrates a little extra oil in the middle so that the lanes don't break down with the amount of bowlers and the amount of games that are bowled. So it's not an easy shot, so you got to know what you're doing.
Yesterday there was definitely a transition.
Oh, definitely. Of course, you get that many bowlers, you're always going to have.
Right, and they did break down.
Right.
Good shot.
Oh,
and he left a 10 pin.
You know, we did have a lot of bowlers yesterday that were saying, you know, they didn't bring weak enough bowling balls because of the breakdown of the lanes. The balls were hooking when they hit the lane.
It's getting to be a science where, boy, some of these bowlers, I asked, some of them brought 10, 12 bowling balls to the tournament. And then once they get the ball for the lane, a lot of them, they'll still end up changing on every other game. Because you're jumping pairs. You're bowling one game on the pair and then moving.
Good cover on the 10 pin.
Well, for the first time in the match, Dave has a chance to take control of the match with a strike here.
All right, he's up on 36. Looks like he's going.
Boy, he's taking his time this time. Watch how he crouches down and comes out of his crouch. That's where he gets a lot of his speed and a lot of his lift. Watch how he crouches down like that and comes up. Watch him come up. Look at that. Boy, that's
you can even see it on his face.
Yes.
I mean, when he lifts that ball. Oh, late. All right. Slow messenger, but missed the 10 pin again.
2-pin match. This is going to go right down to the 10th frame. Sometimes I like these close matches like this better than a shootout.
Than a runaway.
This makes the guy think when you're up there.
Right. You miss something now, you're in trouble.
Right.
But most of these, I mean, all these guys in the top 5, they are very good bowlers. They pick up their spares. You know, they have a few errors now and then.
Now you're going to jinx him.
Yeah. Hold on. Yikes. No worries, Larry. No worries. Hakuna Matata.
Just like a guy shooting a free throw. You get out there and he's made 20 in a row, and then he gets up there and misses.
21st one's always the tough one.
As long as it's not Shaq shooting the free throw.
Yeah. And this guy is far from Shaq.
2-pin match going into the 8th frame.
All right, leaving those 10 pins. Think he'll make the adjustment again, or you think he's just going to keep trying to hit the pocket? I think he's just going to stay
right there and
hope that he carries.
Hope that he carries and pick up his spares.
But
he might give us a little emotion right here if he strikes.
It's in the pocket. All right.
Okay, see,
he's
give it a little pump shot there.
There he is. All right, amp it up the crowd a little bit.
I figured he might do that.
He's thinking to himself, it's that easy.
Okay, Sam knows what he needs now.
Sam's